All right, time to talk some weather, everybody. We do have a risk for some stronger thunderstorms, but not until it doesn't look like this evening. So if you do come across another thunder shower this morning, likely it will just be lightning, thunder, and some very heavy rainfall, tropical-like downpours. I think as we go late morning, early afternoon, though, there still could be a spotty thunderstorm around. The focus is going to be north of Grand Rapids at that time or off to the northeast as a retreating front in the form of a warm front does head back to the north slowly but surely. There is a bullseye for the severe over northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin later today and off into Iowa, but we've got to wait several hours until we can crank up the instability levels with a bit of sunshine that does work into the mix as we go forward. Right now, coolest temperatures, GR and northward. GR at 70, Ionia at 67. There is a boundary, and you'll see that in just a moment. You can tell where it would be, though, based on what the temperatures are doing. Upper 70s along the lakeshore and for I-94 and southward to the Indiana line. The dew points in the 50s, so a much drier atmosphere here across the northern third or so of the lower peninsula. Dew points in the 60s across that second third, and then across the southern sections of the viewing area, we have dew points in the low to mid 70s. So it is very, very soupy outdoors, and even though we're kind of in that second category in GR, it's still very humid as well on these northeast winds that have been very light, but you can tell that the arrow is a definitive different direction versus what we've got down to the south. Southwest winds in Kalamazoo and South Haven, east or northeast winds Grand Rapids to Ionia and Muskegon, and a boundary resides just to the south of there, and it is to the north of that front where we've had these thunder showers and some very heavy ones and lightning producing ones at times in the overnight. Still a thunder shower possible here mid to late morning. Again, the focus is going to gradually lift off to the north, and eventually we get into this warm sector briefly this afternoon where some sunshine does work in, and temperatures, I think, briefly will spike into the upper 80s, perhaps as far north as Grand Rapids, but especially Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. You could get to near 90 degrees by the time today is up. You're already to the south of that front in Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. It's only going to be going northward in coming hours, only slowly though, because we do have thunder showers from time to time in these periods, even off to the west in Wisconsin. And when you got thunderstorms rolling along a front, they tend to suppress the movement of the front, and likely it's going to remain stationary, but will go northward a bit this afternoon. Some heavier downpours, very heavy, showing where those oranges and reds are. This is not severe. Really, we haven't seen much in the way of any wind gusts with these thunder showers overnight, but again, for about a 10-20 minute time frame, you can get some tropical-like, Gulf Coast-like rainfall that can deposit around an inch of rain. That's what we've had, just shy of that at the airport in Grand Rapids, but a few locations out there from the measurements that have been sent into the National Weather Service showing about 1.75 inches in a few locales that have gotten the heaviest rains in the overnight nearer the I-96 corridor. Here we are late morning, early afternoon. The rain zone starts to go north, and then once it does, some breaks for sunshine come about GR and southward, and that is where the atmosphere will crank up the most today. And then this approaching cold front will spark some thunderstorms, I do believe, between about, say, 7 o'clock to midnight from northwest to southeast across the viewing area. Look at this starting to spark, and those could be some gusty thunderstorms as they sweep on through. Again, I think about 7 o'clock tonight through about midnight shortly thereafter, and then they'll clear out of here. We go drier for Saturday and Sunday. Humidity gets stripped out of here. Temperatures very nice in the mid-70s. Next chance for any rain would be on Tuesday. That system looks very weak at this time. Much of next week's going to be dry and more comfortable. Best temperature, highest in the 7-day. Thereafter, right around 80 degrees.
All right, Anthony, thanks. It's 7:22.